So the first thing I'm going to share is our what WhatsApp communication group. And let me see if I can open that up and then share my screen. Okay,
Yeah,
got
I
that
just I
open.
just joined it. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So I am going to where's that screen at? I want to share that screen. How come I can't find it? Document, advanced, screen. Okay, maybe this is it. Maybe that's it. Okay. All right. So tell me, do you see my screen?
I do.
All right. Do you see then hold on, let me get this out of the way. Uh yeah, that's out of the way. Do you see where it says bi-monthly pro tips call?
Yes.
All right, okay. So this is our communication thread. Um um and I put two documents in there so far. Um Earl text only cheat sheet. So if you open this up, it will give you the text sequence that I use as well as a pacing schedule. So let me kind of talk through this. You can see what I'm looking at, right? You
Yeah,
see
I
that?
opened it up on my phone. Yeah.
Okay, so daily target. So from a goal setting and a prospecting perspective. So let me give you my expectations for you. If you follow the cadence I give you, we should be able to get your first deal in the first 10 to 15 one-on-ones. Okay?
Okay.
The first couple one-on-ones like today is more foundational, so you can ask questions so I can give you guidance of where to cast your net to go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that foundation is laid, the later one-on-ones is really less about one-on-ones and more about us doing um landlord pitches together. Where
Uh-huh.
you where you've set them up, you qualified them, um, and from the vetting process, now I can get a chance to actually talk to them and share with them how our process is a little different.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So today, we're kind of setting the foundation. Okay. So, number one, daily target. Okay. So, 5 to 10 leads. They can be Zillow leads, they can be Craigslist leads, they can be any type of leads. All right. It doesn't really matter. Now, my preference, honestly, is leads where I can get a phone number. Craigslist is not so easy to do. Facebook is not so easy to do, but Zillow typically is a little easier to get a phone number. Does that make
I
sense?
yeah, I only have used Zillow.
Okay, good. Okay. So our goal is to add 5 to 10 new Zillow leads a day. Our second goal is to text send one text to each new lead. And we're going to continue in the sequence until we've sent out 4 texts. And if they never reply to us after the fourth text, no problem. We'll close that file. And I'll show you what that means in a moment. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now this is the exact workflow I used to use with my children when they were working with me before they left the house, when I was using a rental arbitrage as my method. So that's why it says Dad Earl. So,
Okay.
all right. So flag positives to Dad or Coach Earl. Coach Earl. Okay. And then I'm going to show you where the Google Sheet is in a moment. Okay. Number two, how to pull leads. Okay. Um, avoid. Okay. So this is an important thing. when you're looking for leads, we're looking for obviously Zillow leads that are a little bit more mature. 60-day and greater give us the most or the highest pain point possible. Anything that's only been only on the market for a week, a day, a month isn't what I would say is folks who are super in pain. But
Mm-hmm.
beyond that month threshold, then they start to get a little bit more interested in having conversations with us. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and we're for properties that are managed by property managers or represented by real estate agents. Unfortunately, you got to just skip those leads. Just skip them altogether. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
do have a workaround that I use for other people at level 3, where we actually do skip tracing.
Yeah,
So
I subscribe.
they'll give me 20. Excuse me.
Yeah, I subscribe to Spokio.
You can try to do Spokio.
Mm-hmm.
Spokio is a way around it. Some of the data is hit or miss, but that's not a most people don't know about Spokio, but that is one way of getting around it. So if you know how to use Spokio, that would be a way for you to just upload the address, and hopefully they'll spit back to you a number that we could actually use in our text process. So that's a
Okay.
really smart way of thinking about it. Again, most people don't know about Spokio.
Okay.
Move to number 3. Okay. Number 3. Here's our text sequence. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The one in yellow is just an alternate way of saying the information that's not in yellow. So they're essentially the same. Okay. So for just readability, I'm reading the yellow. Hey, so and so, this is Earl. Saw your rental at 123 City Park. I place vetted pros from 3 to 9 month stays at a 1.5 to 2 rent rate. If open to a quick conversation about filling it, okay, let's talk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So imagine you send that out, nothing happens, crickets. Because it happens. It happens. All right. The following day, you send out the second text message.
To the
So,
same to the same leads or the next set of leads?
same lead.
Same lead? Okay.
Yep. Okay. Because I'm not sending out a big paragraph, right? I'm just sending out a sentence or two. All right. Day 2,
Mm-hmm.
not trying to list the home. I place medical, corporate, military pros for 90 to 180 days for a stay. They're quiet, they're clean, there's a premium rent. If that makes sense, is this worth a quick chat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That goes out. Nothing. Crickets, crickets. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So we skip day 3, we skip day 4, we come back day 5. Next
Mm-hmm.
message. Many owners worry about noise, turnovers. My guests are long stay professionals. If you could reduce vacancy and boost rent at said address, is that worth a call?
So each lead that you approve is going to get 4 texts. Is that correct?
That's the
The maximum.
workflow I'm proposing.
Okay.
All right. And again, you're treating what I give you like a buffet. I'm proposing what works for us. All right. My goal is for you to adopt it. Um, and unless there's a big time reason that you're pushing back, I'm just gonna assume that you're gonna let me as the professional lead and guide you.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. All right. 7 days have gone by. No word has come back that this person wants to be bothered. So on the seventh, eighth, ninth, or 10th day, You're just going to follow up and say, hey, before I close your file, want me to update you when I place the next corporate tenant in your area, or should I remove you from my list?
Okay.
Okay. Here's the goal. 4 or less text messages later, we're looking for either not interested, stop response. Hey, we love those. Every time we get a no, we get one step closer to a yes. Or, as you see in the yellow, one of those, well, send me details or it depends. Okay. So one is we mark as not interested on the tracker. I haven't brought up the tracker yet. I'll get there for in a minute. But we either have a not interested, a warm lead, uh, uh, or a positive, yes, hey, call me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at the end of the day, all right, you're just gonna update your spreadsheet. Warm leads flag, new Zillow address added, no missing phone numbers, all text logged. Okay, all right. And so again, the weekly goal is 40 to 60 texts sent out. If you work 5 days a week, divide that by five. If you work 6 days a week, divide that by six. If you only want to work 2 days a week, that's fine. Divide that by two. Are you tracking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. The if we put 60 text messages in the top of our funnel, what we should get back out of the bottom of the funnel is 5 to 10 positive replies.
Okay.
And that should result in 3 to 5 book calls.
Okay.
And please know that my closing ratio is somewhere around, for every 4 people you put on the line with me, one is going to say yes.
Okay.
We just got to get people on the line with me.
Okay.
Okay. So we've gone through that. I feel good about it. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. All right. I recommend that if you are pulling this up on your cell phone, go ahead and put these, especially if you're not using some sort of dialer from your computer to send out text messages, go ahead and actually just create a note or like a Google file or something to put
Mhm.
these messages so you can just copy and paste them and shoot them out pretty quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions before I move on?
No, it's straightforward.
Thank you. Okay. All right. I know you're vetting me because you're a teacher. You got to let me know how I'm doing. All right.
You're doing good.
All right. Here's the next thing I want to do. Going back to the our private communication, I sent you a video that says, uh, so you just signed the JV agreement. What's next? Go ahead and review me working with one of my new clients, and much of what we're going to talk about today is going to be a little bit of overlap in the video. But she's just working at a really, really high level. And I love the questions she asked me, questions that the average person wouldn't. And I said, man, I want to share this with the whole community. So that's why I sent it to you.
Yeah, she
Square
was in the
deal?
boot camp with me, Babs. Yeah, she was in the boot camp in October boot camp.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. Here's the next thing I sent to you. So every odd Thursday, I do something what I call a community group call where I invite everybody I'm working with. Whether you're a level one, level two, or level three client, doesn't matter to me, is an open opportunity for me to jump on. And it's a little different from what B&B does because it's a little bit more targeted to actually, getting um is a little bit more targeting to, okay, now that you have your first lead, what next? Excuse me, let me say it differently. Now that you have your first property, now what? So B&B kind of focuses on just getting the property, right?
Yeah.
Well, I focus more on making money now that you have the property.
Good.
Okay. So it's absolutely a lot more, it's a level or two more advanced. But we deal with some really, really kind of meaty topics. And even if you can't make it, the every other Thursday, I'm always running my AI note taker. So here's the notes from the lesson, and here's the
Okay.
replay link so you can watch it.
Okay.
Okay? All right. All right. So I want to get out of the private group now, and I want to actually go to another really important thing for us to share. So let me stop sharing here. Okay. All right. Let me reshare our Google folder. Okay. Uh, here we go. Let me share that.
While you're sharing, is it okay if I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Okay, committing to this program and these 40 to 60 reach outs during the week, do you think it's realistic to think that we could close one a month?
Very realistic.
Okay.
Yeah. I've closed as many as in the summer. I had a guy close three in 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, literally, it's a function of how hard you want to push.
Okay.
Um, and I'm pretty good about, giving you structure, but I only push you if you give me permission to push you. Because that's
Okay.
a bit different and unique. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, I mean, if you want to take our 10 sessions and in 90 days, we'll do our 10 or condense them to 60 days or to 30 days or to 20 days. Whatever it takes for us to get let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here's the next place I'm going. Okay. So this is our folder that I have. And so at the end of our call, okay. At the end of our call, all right. I thought
I
you
sent
filled
that to
it out.
you. I sent that to you.
I think did you make a copy of it?
Yeah, I sent attached a file to I filled it all out and sent it.
I'm asking this question. Normally when people fill it out, it shows up right in this shared file.
Okay. I don't
And the fact that
okay.
I don't see it here means that I feel like you made a copy of it and then filled it out, right?
Yeah, I did. I downloaded it. Yeah.
Ah, I got it. If you don't mind, fill it out right here and let me download it.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Also in this file, all right. So when we get a ratified, executed, so this document is where everything lives. Let me open someone's another person's document. So as to give you an example, let me open up.
Excuse me.
Okay. So I'm opening up Renee and Carla. I'm not sure if you know them, but we have, so we've been together for a little bit. So we have a lot of sessions together, right? So what I do with every session is I'll generate the recording so you have a link to come back to, and then I'll summarize what we talked about, because everything's being captured with our AI notes.
Okay.
Okay. And what am I sure? Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm looking for. It'll break My summary will break everything down based on chapters. So if you are and I are together, just focus in. You don't have to take notes. AI is going to capture it all for us. That makes
Yeah,
sense?
I saw that when I opened up the one that you sent for me.
Beautiful. Okay, good.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm just trying to give you a little bit of the rhythm of our coaching calls. Okay,
Okay.
the rhythm. Okay, so anytime we do a session, I'll capture it. Okay, so here's the first thing I want to do. I want to make you a copy of our recommended prospecting calendar. I'll make a copy of this for you right now and place it in your folder. All right. All right. Operation Cindy Books.
Mhm. So are you going to target cities for me that the other students are doing or prospecting?
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the 50 cities and I'm going to tell you where not to prospect based on high season. I'm going to start there because
Okay.
if you have like a personal connection to a market, I'm not gonna like hinder you or box you up. I'm just gonna give you the 50 cities that I know the big fish live in. How's
Okay.
that sound?
Okay. So are you giving everybody the same 50 cities? Is that what it is? Or
I am
okay.
because they're vetted.
Okay.
Operation Cindy. And then I redo this list every single year to make sure that no trends have changed. Okay, I'm gonna close that. I'm going to move this to your file. Okay. All right, so here's what I want to start with. I want to start with which cities are on the list and which are not. Okay. All right. So I've kind of told you about this indirectly, but let me speak directly. If there's a city on this list, Cindy, that means that there's no STR regulations year to date. Now, will things
Oh.
change? Absolutely, things change. That's why I update this list every 6 months. You tracking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So these are STR friendly, number one. Number two, if the city is in yellow, that tells you that it's a city that there's a ton going on because it's big enough to host two or more professional sports teams. So when you see
Okay.
Atlanta, when you see Phoenix, when you see Vegas, professional sports teams are there. So what does that mean to you from a host perspective?
That there's probably a lot of potential there.
There's a lot of potential. There you go. Okay. The next thing I want you to see is I've identified where your high season is because you don't want to prospect during the high season. So let me give as an example. I'm going to highlight this high season and say orange. Okay. Now we're in December. So anything between December and I would say February, if it shows up next to the city, we want to avoid that city. So let's just kind of go through this together. And I'm going, okay, I see two cities where the high season starts in December. Guess what?
Don't
Oops, that,
prospect.
I
Mhm.
don't prospect.
Okay. Makes sense.
Don't prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going. Don't prospect.
Yeah.
So at some point, what your homework's gonna be is to look at the cities that you've already started doing research for and just determine if those cities are on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a good opportunity. It may or it may not be on the list. In which case, just send me the cities, and I can do some research for you myself and give you my personal thoughts based on my research.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's establish the second thing. The second thing is this: everything in orange, you're not going to prospect in for the next 90 days. We got that agreement?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's the third thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about this idea of oh, here's the we're not going to really talk about this, but just for you to know, they're identified as growth cities or no growth cities. So I filtered out any cities that has a negative growth pattern. So
In
for
terms
example,
of, in terms of what? In terms of
people
population
leaving,
or Airbnb?
population.
Okay.
I'm clearly speaking about population right now
Mm-hmm.
because we always want to position business in the path of growth. If the population is stable, okay, and it's still good to do business there, fine. Let's have at it. But if the population is leaving the state and going elsewhere, well, we probably shouldn't be focused on building a business in that city. And
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of why I dislike the advice that some of the coaches in 10X B&B give, where they say start prospecting in your backyard. That may not be 100% um the right advice to give, depending on what your backyard. That makes sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Atlanta's on the list. So cool, that's your backyard. But what if you didn't
Mm-hmm.
live in Atlanta? You tracking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Now here's the third point I want to talk about, and then we're actually going to start using this information to start generating some business. And just for kicks, we will start with Atlanta if that's okay.
Sure.
Um,
Yes. Uh-huh.
all right. Here's the third, and this is the real important part that most people miss. When we do a B&B analysis, one of the things it always gives us is the average daily rate. The average daily rate is super important because the average daily rate is going to tell me, okay, if I pull up one of my old reports, let me see. Hmm, okay, let's pull up a report here. Uh, this is a good report. Okay, so take a look at this. This is what the B&B analyzer gives us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So based on this, my average daily rate is $259. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pop quiz. What's the highest the rent could be in order for this to be profitable for me?
Oh, I'm sorry, what's the highest rent?
What's my rent? What's my buy box? I would pursue this deal if the rent is blank and no more. What is that number?
Well, I guess this, I may be wrong, but if you're looking 57739 times, well, that's the total revenue. So 228 times 259 should be in that ballpark area for the total revenue. But
Okay.
I'm not answering your question, I don't think.
I'm gonna give you a shortcut. I don't want you to look at the total revenue right now. I only want you to consider the following. I want to be able to pay the rent in 10 days or less.
So 57739 divided by 30, so 30 days in the month? No. Divided by 12. divided by 30 or
Good
something
try.
like that. Hmm?
Good try. Here's what I want you to know. I want you to think about all your deals from this perspective. You ready? The math is pretty simple. Once I
Okay.
show it to you once, you'll never forget it.
All right.
You
I'm gonna
ready?
write it. Go ahead.
Here's the math. The B&B analyzer tells me this. 259. 259. I want to cover the rent in 10 days times 10.
Oh, okay.
$2,590. So,
How do you know that's the rent? What are they asking?
no, no. Here's
Oh,
what I'm helping you with. So, if you pull a report and your numbers look like this, and the asking rent is greater than this number right here, okay, that's not a deal.
right.
We want to always be able to get this rent. Say the rent was $2,800. All right. If I divide that by my average daily rate, you just said the average daily rate was 259.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't pass the 10-day rule. It's important that you master this really quickly because you're going to save yourself a ton of time prospecting.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need. So what are you? So the average daily rate. So the 2,800 is what is the asking rent? The
So
current.
they correct. So if the asking rent is $2,800, it doesn't pass the test. But if
Mm-hmm.
the asking rate is $2,590, it passes the test.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
so let's just keep this very
Okay.
generic. Whatever the daily rate is, 259 times 10, this is my buy box.
That's what you have to clear in 10 days.
That's right, what I have to clear in 10 days. So I don't even look at properties that are greater than $252,591. I don't even consider them. I don't care
Okay.
about the pictures or the neighborhood. I just don't look at them. Point blank. You will filter out so much white noise if you will adhere to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the problem. I don't want you to go through all of your reports prematurely. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't either.
You have a finite number of reports. So what Coach Earl has done is I haven't given you the actual rate. I've given you a average rate. And here's where they live. Your average rate lives here in this tan area.
Oh,
Based
okay.
based on the research that I've done from multiple databases for Atlanta, Georgia, as an example, your average daily rate is $220. That means that rate can be a little bit higher in some neighborhoods or a little bit
Okay.
lower in other neighborhoods. But this is all based on a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bathroom place.
Okay, so let me just see if I can understand this. On that same road, number five, that 2220, if there's a property that for which the asking rent is 2221, that's not a good deal because it's
That's correct.
so if it's 1850, it might be a good deal if the asking rate is currently 1850 because it's
That's
way less
correct.
than 20. Okay, I just want to, okay.
So, so let's put this in practice. So let's get out of theory mode. and put this in practice.
Okay. That helps a lot because that I wanted to find a way to cut through that going directly to the B2B analyzer and being surprised when, as I told when we had our conversation earlier, I said I looked at these homes are like 55 in the Atlanta area, 5,500 a month, 4,500 a month, and the numbers weren't working out. And I was going, well, the occupancy rate wasn't that high, so I was like, holy cow, I'm doing something wrong. But okay, I see where you're going with that. Yeah.
Okay. So let's make this practical in real world. I
Okay.
pull up Zillow. I put in Atlanta.
Hmm.
The most important filter is the rent. So my rent tolerance now is no greater than $2,220. Okay. Let me double check. Yep. 2220. Okay.
Hmm. And what's the minimum? You put 1,000 in, or does it not matter?
I'm not even going to put a minimum.
Okay.
Okay. I hit apply there, and this should be preset, but it's not. I want 3 and 1.5.
1.5.
Okay. 1.5. Home type. Okay. Most people own houses. Some people own townhouses. Very few people own apartments.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to only check those two because I want the owner. I want the decision maker
Hmm.
more. Okay. I'm looking for a furnished place. So my negotiation isn't super crazy. All right.
Okay.
Where's my furnished button at? I saw it.
And yeah, I
Maybe
have to, it's
maybe
there.
yeah, I know it's there somewhere. There it is, furnished. All right, now I'm in business. I'm filtering. Okay. Now I see 11 rentals, but you know
Yeah.
what? I know if I get rid of this boundary, it's not going to limit me as much. So I do that. Get rid of the boundaries. Okay, a few more
Okay.
popped up. Now, all of my numbers that are way beyond what I'm guessing my average daily rate is are eliminated. So
Good.
I'm not even going to look at them.
Good. 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 Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to sort from newest to oldest.
Hmm.
Okay. And I want you to always kind of remember this. The older the listings, they typically are represented by property management companies and listing agents.
Oh, okay.
The newer ones are typically homeowners, you know, about 50%, 60%, 80% of the time, just
Okay.
from past experiences.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just go through.
I know these areas. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. So even though I asked for a furnished house, this clearly doesn't look furnished to me, but no worries. And it's listed by the property owner.
Hmm.
Okay. So how many days on the market has it been? Let me see. 15 hours. Not
Hmm.
enough pain. I'm gonna go back. Okay. All right. Um, one
So
day.
you would not even be tempted for anything less than 60 days or
No, I'm
okay.
tempted by things that are less than 30 or less than 60 days. But it
Okay.
just has to, it just has to. I'm looking at multiple things, just not one thing. But this
Okay.
guy has there's no pain here and there's no pain here.
Yeah.
They're not losing money after a day. That's kind of what I'm saying. Where's
I
the
got you.
person losing money? Okay. 6 days, 12 days. All right. Now I'll consider it's been 2 weeks. I'll consider 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right. So here's 20 days.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm immediately going to look for property listed by owner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now I'm going to look to see if it's furnished. It is. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this Zillow link right here. And I'm not sure if you're a super techie person. Most people aren't, but I'm going to try to show you some shortcuts right now. And I'm going to go back to your prospecting list. Okay. And all right, for this, I'm just going to eliminate this column right here just because I have updated it and made it a little bit more. So Q1 for you is actually going to start December 6th. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this blue line I'm doing for you, this blue space. So where it says the Zillow, Craigslist, or Facebook link, I'm going to put in what we just copied.
Okay.
Okay. And my goal is in the beginning to only put the information I need in the beginning. And I've indicated that with the yellow boxes. So I could put date at it, I could put city, I could put all of that. I don't care in the beginning. Down the road, yes, but in the beginning, just my basic information. Okay. So let me go to my days on market. Okay. I'm going to put the owner's name and the phone number. And I'm actually going to do something kind of counterintuitive. I know as a teacher, I can save some time by getting rid of any formatting issues before they happen. So I'm just going to copy and paste that information in the URL field because
That's what I do. Yeah.
yeah, that helps me with formatting. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
copy the number of days on Zillow and I'm going to put that there as well. And then I normally don't go out of my way doing this, but I'm going to put the address as well.
Mm-hmm.
Take the information that I just copied over to my tracking form. Okay. So I'm going to drop in the
Mm-hmm.
owner's name. I'm going to drop on the days of market and I'll drop in the property address just because I have it. But I'm not going to highlight it because it's not required. Okay. So that's
Mm-hmm.
required. Okay. Required. Days of market required. And I'm on to my next lead.
Okay.
Okay. Find another one. That's
Okay.
27 days on market.
Mm-hmm.
All right, before I look at the pictures, I'm looking for the owner. All right.
Yeah.
That's music to my ears. Listed by owner.
Yeah.
All right. So I take a URL information, pull it over,
Mm-hmm.
paste it. All right. Grab the owner's information, paste it. Days on market, paste it. Address, paste it.
Got it. Yeah, I
Very
did something like
methodical.
that. Yeah, I've been doing something like that also. Yeah,
Beautiful.
spreadsheet. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. So hopefully I'm just reinforcing best practices. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And again, I don't care about every field, just the major fields in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. Okay.
And how often do you want this submitted to you? Every week?
Well, it's funny. Um, maybe you and I will follow that, but no one's ever asked that question. How often should they submit it?
Oh,
But
but
if you want like a accountability check, um, we could talk about it because this is really about getting you what you need
mhm.
so that this becomes second nature for you.
Okay.
Okay. So I've done two. I'm not gonna do any more, but I just want to take you to the next thing. Okay.
Hmm.
So here we are. Now I'm you as an example. I'm you. I'm now in prospecting mind. So I've gone from, and it's important that I share this with you. I also on page one, the markets are living, but I also give you two suggestions. All right. The first thing I'm suggesting is when you need to book an appointment with me or know when I'm available, my link is living right here.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right. Pull it up. Say you just
Mm-hmm.
got a really good conversation with a landlord
Mm-hmm.
and he's interested. He likes the idea of, professionals being in a space. He likes the ideas that, they're there working and they're not there living in the space. He likes
Mm-hmm.
the idea that, these are, typically, 3 to 9 month stay. He loves the idea, but he just needs the numbers. So you're
Yeah.
going to say, hey, let me give you a couple times on Tuesday and Wednesday. Let me know if these times work for you.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Landlord, on Tuesday, do you prefer early morning or excuse, do you prefer early afternoon or late afternoon? People like choices. I don't know. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
late afternoon. Okay. What about 3:30 or 4:30? What's better?
Okay.
And they tell you. Now, when you're doing this landlord thing, please book two back-to-back times for me because I can't do my magic in 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So if he says 3:30, go ahead and book 3:30 and 4:30 for me.
Okay.
Okay? Cool. So
Wait, wait,
this
wait, wait. Okay, so 3:30 would be 3:30 to 4. So then you'd be off and then start again at 4:30. I guess I'm a little bit confused by the time because
No,
you're
no, no, no. No, that's fair. Because basically when I said what I said, I wasn't really paying attention to what was available. So because my blocks are half hour, the
yeah.
fact that I don't see a four probably means I have something booked at four.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So I
Yeah,
could
no,
do a 3 p.m. and then a 3:30. That's how I would do that, right?
correct.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. All right. So I mean, you're pretty sharp. I don't have to. Now, here's the other thing that some people get confused about. My proposal, and that's what it is, just best practices, is that you don't prospect after 5 o'clock. Instead of
Don't send anything after 5.
after five, I want you to research. That's
Okay.
what you and I were just doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do all your researching after 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Take action in the morning. I call it the yellow zone between 5 and 8. Get those initial messages out. Remember, we're using text messages. We're using Facebook messaging. We're trying not to be solely dependent on email, but we'll use it if we have to. But that's not the first choice. That's like the more like a last choice.
Yeah.
And then in between these magic hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. is when we're bouncing back and forth between the landlord.
Okay.
That's when the magic is happening. 8 to 5.
Okay.
Okay. So green zone, research. Yellow zone, send messages. Orange zone, that's when we're going back and forth. We're volleying like a tennis match.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And especially if you're using the text message approach, if you've
Mm-hmm.
seen something that seems a little weird or off for you, just take a screenshot of the conversation and send it to me in our WhatsApp group. and I can give you a pretty decent response, real time, without me necessarily having to pick up the phone and go through. I can just do it in a condensed time frame.
Do
So if you
you,
screen
I'm sorry.
so if you screenshot me responses from the landlord, that is a much more efficient way of me giving you what you need real time in that conversation.
Do you recommend that I record the conversations that I have with the landlord when I get them on the phone for the first time?
It's always it's always good to have feedback, all right?
Hmm.
Especially in the beginning when you're a little bit nervous, because you may assume you've done something and your assumption could be completely off,
Yeah,
both for the positive and the negative.
yeah. I have an iPhone. I don't know how to record conversations on my iPhone, but I don't know if that would put them off if because I would have to let them know, or I would guess have to ask permission if I can record the conversation.
And I wouldn't do that because you haven't built, in the beginning, you won't have any rapport built.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I wouldn't do anything that would diminish rapport building.
Right. Good point. Yeah, good point. Okay, well, this breaks it down. This has really been helpful, especially that column in G. Yeah, that's really helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let me quickly see other things that will bring value to you. Oh, here's this will bring value to you. Okay. So we go back to the second sheet. We've engaged with this what's their name? Terrence. We've engaged
Hmm.
with Terrence, and they're no longer a new prospect. We've sent one message out. So we're just going to hit text message sent. Okay. Then we go over to column K. All right. Column K, we got a text message sent. So it's no longer a new lead. We say one text message. So this is how we keep our count going.
Yeah.
How many times have I touched this person? Okay.
Two so far. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. We're going to put no responses. So it's none. And if we had something to write, we could write it here. And then
Okay.
eventually, we're going to either, our next step is either a call, a follow-up, or if they tell us out of the gate they're not interested, then we close the file.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, last sheet. Okay. I kind of started with this. So this text only cheat sheet is what I sent you already in our WhatsApp group.
Okay. Yeah, we had looked at you. That's what you opened up with to show me.
Yep, that's what I started with.
Okay.
Okay. Let me actually pause right there to ask. We we can go to 6 o'clock, but my concern is I don't want to give you too much information, and you go into you know analysis paralysis.
A question. Do you recommend working on Sunday, sending out, or no? Just wait until Monday through Friday?
Um, Here's my personal opinion. My personal opinion is when you talk business in non-business hours, it can put off some people.
Hmm.
So on Sunday, I would just say, rest, spend time with the Lord. But if your brain is moving, just do all of your research.
Right, correct. I got
Okay?
it.
Do the research for the week
Hmm.
if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you and I set up weekly calls at scheduled times, or how does that work?
I kind of empower you to use me when there's a bottleneck or there's a question,
Hmm.
as opposed to us just meeting for the sake of having a placeholder in the calendar.
Got
I
it.
don't much think that that helps you.
Mm-hmm.
um, just to have a placeholder, unless you're the kind of person that just needs that weekly accountability. Do what you need in order to be successful.
Okay. 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 Good. 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 Um, I think I'm good. I understand all the tools and instruments, and the proof is in the pudding, I guess, when I actually start. So yeah.
Okay. So, although I don't have any more instruction to give you, there are a couple other documents that I'm going to put in your folder right now.
Hmm.
All right.
And I'll open up the JV agreement, the joint venture agreement, and fill it out right there. And
Yes, thank you. Thank
okay.
you for doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other document I'm going to put in your folder is, mm, so when we actually execute a management contract, all right, um, it'll be right here. Well, I'm sorry, that's not a management contract. Let me show you what a management contract looks like.
So the contract with the property owner, is that 10
Yep,
is that 10X's contract, or do
it
you have a
is.
variation of it?
I mean, it's 10X's contract. I do kind of vary a little bit,
Hmm.
but I mean, this is the 10X contract.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll
Oh, and
upload that.
I did have a question about that.
Go ahead. Mhm.
Okay, so the $500 initial fee, I felt very comfortable with asking for it if it's used for the initial, if you use for professional photographs and a deep cleaning. What are your
Yes.
thoughts on that?
I would prefer the $500 to be explained this way. We're going to be using the $500, and that'll be my role. So I don't really see you explaining that.
Hmm.
But the $500 is going to be used 100% for marketing.
Okay.
So it's an expectation that when they turn over the keys, that it's already cleaned. And if it's not cleaned, we'll basically schedule a cleaner, but they'll be paying the cleaner.
Okay. So what about the professional, if the photographs are not good, um, how do we handle that?
We're going to have professional photos, whether the photographs are good or not.
Okay.
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 And
Okay.
here's how I'm going to explain it to the landlord. So we're going to do three phases of photos. In phase one, the photos are going to represent the property as it is right now, based on what you have or what's online on Zillow. That's phase one. Okay. Now we're going to give you a list of recommendations of what you may want to add to the property to accommodate and anticipate what guest needs are going to be. And by
Mm-hmm.
guest needs is, if we have a midterm stay, they may be in your place for Thanksgiving. Is your kitchen set up such that they can create a Thanksgiving meal? Do that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's a question that's a back and forth that we're having with the landlord.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is another file. When we get there, this is our onboarding checklist of
Oh, all right, great.
everything that we need from the landlord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
Some of this we'll look up, some of it we won't. But this gives us a clear idea of when's the trash day, instructions for the cleaners, you know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is there a water filter, cameras. So I got you on the back end. Not free to worry about.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
good.
Um, so that speaks to phase. So once we've addressed those little pieces that would make the guest stay anticipating guest needs,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when we're gonna do phase two. That's when the professional photography happens.
Okay.
So one of my JV partners were thinking that we wouldn't launch the property until we had the professional photographies. No, that's not right. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna launch the property
As is, yeah.
as is and then update the photos as we go.
Yeah. Yeah. And the SEO optimist, yeah.
You got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Lord. I'm down a rabbit hole and I don't know why I went down this rabbit hole. Why are we talking about this? I forgot.
Oh
Oh,
no,
here's
because
the
I brought up
checklist.
the $500 and the professional photographs.
Oh, okay, yeah. So here's in earnest what the $500 does. It gives us the opportunity to not only get professional photos made, it gives us the opportunity as well to put their property on what I like to say is a good plan B in terms of especially if they're in a market where there's a numerous number of hospitals and travel nurses are in and out, a place
Ah,
called
okay.
Furnish Finders. So
Mm-hmm.
many times insurance companies, travel nurses, they'll go to Furnish Finders because they know that they're looking for a flat rate for the month. They're,
Okay.
they're not necessarily looking for a rate that go bounces up and down based on weekend scenarios.
Yeah.
So we'll use that $500 to purchase that because we're a multi-listing partner. So it
Yeah.
won't be on one site, it'll be on multiple sites. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. And there's
Oh,
another site that I'm actually researching with a client now, very similar to Furnish Finder. Um, what's the name?
not
It's
hot pads, is it?
no, it's not Hot Pads. The name of it is I was just talking about it. It's called it's called VIDLE, Videl Housing. Videl Housing. And again, their specialty is um the doctor nurse traffic.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So with our agreement, does the listing go on the basic three Airbnb, VRB on booking.com, or is it
Yeah.
more extensive than that?
No. It's we'll always start in this order. Airbnb. It gets the most traffic. And then it'll go to VRBO.
Okay.
Okay. Because VRBO are going to be people that are willing to spend a little bit more for a weekend. And then it'll bounce finally to booking.com because although booking.com is very archaic and it's kind of not user friendly, more international bookings come from booking.com
Okay.
than any other platform.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then we'll bounce to other platforms, Vidal, Furnish Finders. There's a couple insurance spaces as well that we use. But typically on any given moment, when we're fully optimized, our place will be on 5 or more platforms.
Five or more. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Sounds good, Earl.
Okay. All right. All right. Any other? Oh, I didn't do what I intended to do. Hang on.
Oh,
Redo it
oh.
again. I got lost in the sauce, as they say. All right. So what I intended to do was give you a copy of my
Excuse me.
my recording I replay.
The copy of this recording of this session?
No, that'll be automatically uploaded. I'm talking about my um Jamie doesn't have it either. Okay. So this is how I know whether you when people are missing calls from me, when they're missing documents. All right, Steve doesn't have it either. Hang on. Oh, I know she has it. Okay. So I'm going to hmm, I gotta go through today and make sure I'm always here it is. I'm always updating tools for you guys. And so the more often I see you, the more fresh I can make sure the tools are, because I'll think about something that will make it easier for you, and then I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing I'm in implementation mode.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you use these links, it'll take you to a lot of the strategy sessions that I've done in the past. For example, and put this in your folder before I do anything. Oh, I mistitled it. Called it Corey when I should have called it Cindy. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, I'll never get
Yeah. Yeah, I had to fix that one. Corey, Cindy, not
because I
Corey.
saw this going, who the heck is Corey?
Okay. All right. So open the link. It'll take you to a library of digital trainings I've done
Oh wow, okay.
on different subjects. Okay. Open another link. It'll take you to my community conversations that I've had in the past.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay.
You've done a lot.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a little bit, but I haven't really systematized it until recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and again,
So this
You need a virtual assistant
very
as busy as you
brief
are.
message,
yeah.
but
This is how to set up
it should
automated
capture what we're trying
messages.
to do.
So,
Okay.
a bunch of
So
cool
our goal,
things. Again, these are not modules that you have to do in a sequence like 10x shares with you, because I don't want you to feel boxed in.
Yeah,
I just want you to have the buffet, and as you need things, you can get things off the buffet.
sounds good.
Okay? All right. All right, so I feel good. I feel like my job is complete. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm gonna be disappointed if you don't have anything, ready for me to get inside the boat by this time next week. So
Okay.
okay?
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So that's my mini goal for you, to get me on a minimum of 2 landlord calls in the next 7 days.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay? All right. And don't be married to Atlanta. I started there as an example only. Again, I would always say start with the markets that have the highest nightly values, and then work backwards.
Okay, we'll
All
do.
right. All right. Good night.
Thanks. Thanks, Earl.
Yep.
All right, bye-bye now.
Bye bye.